Presenting
The Complete
Orson Welles
and the Mercury Theater on the Air in The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells.
This is Orson Welles, speaking from London.
as the third man.
Stand by.
We'll be on the air in 15 seconds, Mr. Wells. May I stand help?
Stand by, everybody.
Mercury Theater on the Air presents Orson Welles as Count Dracula in his own version of Bram Stoker's great novel,
Who knows
Dracula.
what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Hello world, welcome to The Complete Orson Welles, brought to you by Dwayne Old Time Radio. This podcast will feature various classic radio programs ranging mostly from 1936 to 1952 that Orson either produced and directed, was featured on, or starred as a guest. If you enjoy my podcast, you can subscribe to receive notifications of new posts. Subscribing is free and only takes a moment. New episodes are posted weekly. If inclined, please leave a rating and or review on your preferred podcast service. Thank you for your support. Hope you enjoyed the genius of Mr. Wells. We are having The Shadow is here for this week with 2 episodes. The first is White God, May 1st, 1938. And second is Aboard the Steamship Amazon. That is May 8th, 1938.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the curtain goes up on the Shadow's latest exciting adventure, let me say this. I know that every one of you who owns a car is looking for a tire that will give you the greatest protection against skids and blowouts. And you'd like to get that tire without paying a price premium, wouldn't you? Well, I'm going to tell you about a new kind of tire that will stop you quicker, safer on wet, slippery roads than you've ever stopped before. This amazing tire is the new Goodrich, spelled Goodrich. Goodrich Safety Silvertown with the Lifesaver tread. And when Goodrich engineers developed this new tire, they certainly did a job. For instance, you all know what a windshield wiper does to a windshield. Well, motorists, that's exactly what the new Silvertown Lifesaver tread does to rain-drenched roads. Because the never-ending spiral bars of this tread actually act like a whole battery of windshield wipers. They sweep the water right and left. They force it out through the deep grooves. Thus, a dry track is made for the rubber to grip. And that means when you're riding along on wet pavements and have to step on the brake, you'll get the quickest non-skid stops you've ever seen. Believe me, there's nothing like a Silvertown stop to make you feel secure. And when you realize that Silvertowns are also the only tires that give you the famous golden ply protection against high-speed blowouts, is it any wonder this new tire is called the safest thing on wheels? Have this life-saving tire put on your car before it's too late. There is no extra cost. The Shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard. As haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. The Shadow's true identity is known only to his constant friend and aide, Margot Lane. Today's story, The White God.
Gentlemen, the Naval Department has today asked me to give ship owners this message. We have today abandoned our extensive air and sea efforts to trace the missing yacht owned by Rudolph Hoyt, millionaire scientist, last reported in that region of the South Pacific which has in recent months come to be known as the graveyard of the Pacific, because of more than 15 disappearances of ocean vessels in that area within the past 2 years.
Admiral Champion, we ship owners beg you to continue your investigation to clear up this mystery of the South Pacific.
All this publicity of missing ships, especially the publicity about the Hoyt yacht, has ruined our Pacific shipping.
Why, we can't even sign up a crew to ship on our boat. I tell you, Admiral, this mystery must be cleared up.
At once it must be
Gentlemen, the Navy is just as anxious as you are to solve this mystery because of our naval operations in the Pacific, but we can't find a single explanation.
May I make a suggestion, Admiral?
What's that?
Don't bother to try and see where I am, gentlemen. You can't see me.
Well, who are you?
I am the Shadow.
Shadow? You're that invisible man who's always helping the police and always working against crime?
Quite right, sir. I do have the power of invisibility to conceal my being and my motions when assisting authorities in maintaining law and order and peace.
Can you help us solve this mystery of the graveyard of the Pacific?
I think that possibly I can, gentlemen.
Just a moment. You know something about it?
I have a strong suspicion that the graveyard of the Pacific is really the work of some individual.
It's incredible.
It isn't logical that a group of modern ships, each one manned by an expert crew, equipped with the finest marine devices, should disappear unless they were made to disappear. And with a little help from you, Admiral, I think I can prove it.
Well, what do you want of me?
First, a fast cruiser to take me down to the South Pacific. Second, an airplane to cruise around among the islands.
But you insist you must stay as the Shadow?
I'm sorry, sir, but my identity must remain unknown. Besides that, I feel that I will be of greater value to the venture if our enemies cannot see me.
Very well. I think I can arrange it through Washington. How many will be in your party?
A young woman named Margot Lane will be your visible passenger. I will be with her, but you will not see me. You will advise the crew of my invisible state as the Shadow and tell them to obey my voice, even though they cannot see me.
Anyone else coming?
No, just Margot Lane and the Shadow.
Well, I hope that he's successful. I certainly hope that he...
Who is it?
It's the Shadow, Margot. May I come in your cabin for a moment?
Certainly.
You may lock the door now. I'm inside. Now, we're all alone?
Yes, it's safe for you to become visible now as Lamont Cranston.
Well, how do you like being an honored guest on a Navy cruiser?
Very exciting, Lamont. But how do you expect to find the graveyard of the Pacific? No one knows where it is.
Well, that's what I've got to find out.
How?
I'm not quite sure yet.
Is there any way I can help?
Yes, Margot. This cruiser will put in at one of the South Pacific Islands tomorrow. I'm going ashore. I may be gone a day or two or a week, trying to get my information. I'd like you to stay close to the shortwave set. The moment I have any information, I'll contact you, please. As soon as you hear from me, do the thing I ask you to do at once. Margot Lane, stand by for orders. Have the commander of the cruiser prepare a seaplane for immediate takeoff. I'm leaving this island where I've been for the last few days and returning to ship at once. I believe I know what happened to the missing ships. You will board the seaplane with me as the Shadow.
Where is this seaplane taking us?
Taking us to an island on which there lives someone the natives call the White God. A witch doctor told me about him.
The White God?
Yes. The witch doctor's description is obviously a man who has managed to overawe the ignorant natives with elemental experiments in chemistry and physics, which he passes off as magic. Pilot, what made the plane lurch like that?
I don't know, Shadow. There it is again. Something's tugging at the plane.
Tugging at the airplane?
Yeah. But the motors have gone crazy. I can hardly keep them going.
Pilot, we're descending.
Yeah, we're being pulled down.
Look, we're heading toward that island.
You're right, Margot. Look, the wreckage of boats. Crashed on the rocks. Deserted in those coves.
This must be...
Yes, Margot. The graveyard of the Pacific.
Hey, look at the wings of the plane.
The rivets are being thrown out.
Yeah. There goes a white wing strut.
It's diving into the sea.
Pilot, can you level the plane off?
Oh, I can't.
Level off, or we'll all be buried in the plane at the bottom of the seas.
Okay. Get ready to jump. We're going to hit the water.
All prisoners accounted for.
I'm here, Shadow.
Count on me, too.
Good thing you leveled off so we landed on top of the water instead of beneath it, Pilot.
Yeah, I prayed for a moment. I couldn't make it.
Well, I suggest we make for the island there and pay a visit to the White God.
This island is the graveyard of the Pacific.
Wreckage of those boats convinces me that it is. Look at them, piled up on the rocks, some of them out there in the cold.
Yeah. They all look deserted.
Yes, I don't see a soul.
What I can't get is what happened to the plane. It was like a magnet pulling us.
What might be more truth than poetry, who knows?
What do you mean?
I have an idea that this island is a huge magnet.
A natural magnet, you mean, because of rocks and minerals?
No, a man-made magnet.
Are you kidding us?
No, I don't think so. There's no natural magnet strong enough to attract ocean vessels and cripple airplanes.
But
You see this hill in back of us?
Yeah? Rises up like a sugar cone.
I was noticing it from the air. There's a huge hole in the top of the hill. This must be an extinct volcano. I have an idea that it's been converted into a magnet. A magnet pulling ships to their destruction.
Well, I'll be...
Listen. Drums.
Natives.
Yeah, sounds like a big time going on the other side of that hill.
Yes. This calls for a little exploration. Margot, you and the pilot wait here.
Nix, I'm not going to miss the fireworks.
I'm going with you, too.
All right, if you insist. You go around the other side of the island, come up through the woods I saw from the plane. We don't want to stumble into any cannibals.
Okay, let's go.
Let's hope they don't try to make a banquet off of us.
Here. Yeah, we can see them all right from here.
Yeah, they are.
Boy, just look at those natives. Must be several hundred of them.
They're all painted up.
Judging from those fires and that feast laid out on the ground, they must be having some ceremonial.
Where did he come from?
The White God.
He came right out of the top of the hill.
You're right, Margot. Remember I told you that hill was an extinct volcano. That means that inside of it, running down through it, there's a shaft through which the volcano used to erupt. He merely made his appearance by coming up through that shaft.
Say, the natives seem to think he's a god by the way they're acting.
Exactly. He's made them think that he has some magic power by which he comes up right through that hill.
Look.
Holy smoke! The natives are carrying a white man up the hill to him.
That white man is Rudolph Hoyt.
Hey, look. They're setting burning torches to the guy's body.
Margot.
What is it?
They're going to sacrifice Hoyt.
Sacrifice him?
Yes, a human sacrifice to the White God.
Stop putting those torches against me. Stop putting those torches against me.
Mr. Hoyt.
Colin. Lloyd Collins. What are you doing here?
Since being dismissed as your assistant from the university, Mr. White, I have become a god.
A god?
Yes, a white god here at the mouth of this volcano, able to perform miracles of magic, even to pull great vessels and lighters from their courses to sea to my very feet. You recognize that magic, Mr. Hoyt?
Recognize it? Of course I recognize it. It's the whole new application of the principles of magnetism which you stole from me.
Harsh words to speak to a god, Mr. Hoyt. You must be punished for them. Burn him. Apply the torches to his body.
You haven't said Colin, stop him. Oh, stop him, Colin. Oh, stop this torture.
The fact that you are sailing within range of my magnetic devices was sheer fate, sheer coincidence. But I am delighted to have had the opportunity of receiving you and your colleague.
Oh, what have you done with my daughter? With the others from the yacht?
You will join them presently.
Oh, where are they?
In the very bowels of this volcano, my friend.
You mean you've thrown them down into the crater?
Precisely.
Oh, you idiot!
I would not attempt violence, Mr. Hoyt. The natives resent having their god abused. And now I kill two birds with one stone. First, I remove you and become sole possessor of the secrets of my magnetic theory.
My theory, you mean?
And secondly, I satisfy the thirst of my subjects for a sacrifice. Seize him!
No! Colin, for mercy's sake, Colin!
Throw him to the altar of the white god! Throw him down into the sacred volcano!
Colin!
Throw him in!
Colin!
Ladies and gentlemen, how will the Shadow defeat his enemy this time? In a few moments, we'll continue this exciting story. But meanwhile, motorists, remember this. The road you travel on may be perfectly safe when dry, but deadly enemies when wet.
Yes, beware. Roads may be skid traps when wet.
Don't take chances, motorists, especially when you can now get a tire that will stop you quicker, safer on a wet pavement than you've ever stopped before. And that tire is the new Goodrich Silvertown with the Lifesaver tread. The never-ending spiral bars of this Lifesaver tread really go to work on a wet, slippery road like a whole battery of windshield wipers. These bars sweep the water right and left. They force it out through the deep drainage groove. This means your tire actually has a drier, safer road surface to grip. This means real protection against the hazard zone of motoring. Think of the added security for yourself and your family from this road-drying tire. And then remember that Goodrich Silvertowns also offer you golden ply protection against high-speed blowouts. Is it any wonder that this new Silvertown is called the safest thing on wheels? Don't buy any tire until you've at least seen this new Goodrich Silvertown. Don't buy any tire until you've ridden on this new tire and discovered what it means to be saved by a Silvertown stop.
Careful of your footing going down this rope ladder.
Yes, Shadow. You slip, you're done for. No foothold on the side of this crater.
Do you think this is the way the White God came up out of this volcano, on this ladder?
I'm sure of it. I can hear water below us. There must be some entrance from the sea into the bottom of the crater here. What he undoubtedly does is come into the crater from the sea, then climb the rope ladder to the top.
The natives think it's some hocus-pocus.
The primitive mind is eager to believe anything that savors of the supernatural. Wait a moment.
What is it?
Wires. Look. There are dozens of them embedded in the rock. The whole crater must be wired.
I wonder for what?
This must be the way he generates the magnetic force into the hills. Through these wires. You see, I told you this whole crater can be converted into a huge magnet.
Yeah. I see the wires right here.
Look out, don't touch them.
Oh!
Hang on to the ladder, Margot. Hang on to your life. You too, pilot.
I can't hold on, Shadow. Something's pulling me off the ladder.
Have you any metal on you at all?
Yes, my flying belt.
Then take it off, quick.
I can't get it off. It's caught.
Lamont, what happened to it? Oh, please come out of the invisible chamber alone now. I want to see you. I'm frightened.
That flying belt. The magnetism of the mountain attracted it. It dashed him against the walls of the hill. His touching the wire set the whole magnetizing mechanism going, Margot. We're inside a huge, monstrous magnet that'll pull everything metallic for miles around to destruction.
Lamont, the vibrations are shaking me off. I can't hold on any longer.
There's water down below. Dive into it, Margot. Maybe we can find a way to swim out of here. Dive, Margot.
All right, Lamont.
Good. I'm following you. Now, there must be a way to get out of here. Out to the sea. Better find it before the mountain crushes us to death, too, with its vibrations.
Vibrations? Dark?
Yes, the White God must have turned off the power. And lucky for us, he did.
Oh, Lamont. Did you hear that?
Yes. Yes, it sounds like a woman. Look, Margot. There she is. Hanging on that ledge at the side of the cabin. Let's swim over and get her.
Oh, Lamont. Oh, seems more dead than alive. We must get on.
All right. I can manage this border, all right. I've got her. All right. Let's take her someplace we can bring her to. Hear her story.
I believe in you, Mr. Shadow, although I cannot see you. Yes, I'm Rudolph Hoyt's daughter. I was supposed to be sacrificed like all the rest, but I landed on the water. It broke my fall. Tell me, my father, do you know whether... Is he?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, he's dead.
Oh, Father.
Miss Hoyt. Miss Hoyt, as long as that fiendish White God exists, that monstrous magnet at his command, Not a soul, not a ship for miles around is safe. He must be destroyed. And I need your help to do it.
I'll do anything.
Good. Wasn't your father engaged on some research with new applications of magnetism?
Yes. Had he completed them, magnetism would have taken the place of motors and steam engines and things.
I thought so. Did he have any enemies in the world?
Only one. A man named Lloyd Carlin, who used to be his assistant.
Then, the White God is Lloyd Carlin. He knew about your father's work in magnetic phenomena.
He tried to steal them.
I remember that, Miss Hoyt. Are you willing to help me try and destroy this monster?
Yes. Anything.
Good. Tonight, then, we'll show the White God and his natives a brand of magic.
Magic?
Tonight, Margot, you, Miss Hoyt, and I shall perform the magical feat of reviving the dead in a burst of glory. Careful. Careful on the steps of the ladder, Miss Hoyt.
I am, Mr. Shadow. They're almost at the top.
Good.
Mr. Shadow, will you tell me why you wanted me to wear this bulletproof vest we found on the yacht?
It's possible Carlin has a gun. That vest might come in handy.
Oh.
And remember, a wooden boat is waiting on the shore by the woods. Run for it when I tell you.
Yes, Shadow.
Good. I imagine Margot will be directing the searchlight from the yacht onto the top of the hill any moment now.
There it is now. See, the light shooting across the mouth of the shack?
Yes. And we're ready for your return from the dead. Step out of the shaft onto the rim of the crater.
All right. Look, the natives have seen me.
They could hardly miss you in that searchlight. Now, walk down to that ledge. I'll be with you, although you and the natives cannot see me.
Yes, Mr. Shadow.
Remember, let me do the talking. A masculine voice coming from a reincarnated woman should prove quite a shock.
Hello there!
Your voice has them all afraid.
Just the effect I anticipated.
Bring your white god to me, heathens. Let me challenge him for what he is. A vile and murderous imposter.
Will the natives understand that kind of language?
I think so. Carlin hears me. That's all I'm interested in.
Where is this white god? Come here, imposter, and be exposed before your master. Be exposed for what you are.
Here he comes now, Mr. Shadow.
Remember, don't be afraid, Miss Hoyt. No matter what he does.
Greetings, Mr. Carlin.
What nonsense is this?
Nonsense?
Yes. Your voice, Miss Hoyt.
Yes, I lost my voice temporarily when you threw me down into the crater. And when it returned, it was the voice of a man.
I'm in no mood for joking. You're hiding in the shadows and speaking for Elise Hoyt there. Who are you? Where are you? Tell me or I'll shoot.
A waste of bullets. Shooting into the shadows, Carlin.
I'll hit you.
You think you can shoot invisibility? For shame, Carlin. You, a great scientist.
Whoever you are, you can't stop me from destroying Elise Hoyt here as I destroy her father. Come! Come, all of you! The girl must be destroyed in the sacrifice to the White God! Throw her into the crater! I say, come and destroy this woman!
I'm afraid your power over the natives is slipping, Carlin.
Then I'll throw her into the crater myself.
Keep away from her.
Knock me down, will you?
Get her off the ground, Carlin. God shouldn't get so close to her.
I'll kill you wherever you are.
Look, my friends, look. The white girl returns from the earth where you threw her. Why? Because the earth is angry with the white god. He rejects his sacrifices. The girl is your new and only god.
I am the White God. Watch, I'll show you with the fire from my gun. Watch and see how much of a goddess she is.
See, Carlin, even gunfire can't destroy her.
It must!
Careful, Carlin. Your native disciples don't like to be disillusioned about all your claims to power.
I shan't disillusion them.
You already have. First, Miss Hoyt returns from the all-destroying sacrament. Then your gunfire fails to phase her. What other magic have you to hold your followers?
I'll show you.
Shadow, he's running up the hill. He's running to the top of the crater.
Start his magnetizing device. We must stop him.
I'll show you who's all powerful here.
Shadow, if he starts that magnetizing device, we'll all be shaken from the crater to our death.
Then run for your life, Miss Hoyt. Run to the boat. Go through the woods.
But he's already at the top of the crater.
Run for your life. I'm going to stop him if I can.
My invisible friend, when my magnetic mechanism shakes you off the hill to the rocks below and crushes you. No, I touch the wires and...
I'm right beside you, Carlin. I'm right beside you. You shouldn't have wasted so much time talking if you wanted to escape me.
But you're too late. I started the magnet working.
Rudolph Hoyt would have revolutionized all industry with this invention. Balls of steel would have taken the place of dynamos and turbines. Iron threads would have supplanted motors and engines.
It was all my dream. My dream.
But you concocted it all as an instrument of death and destruction. Used it to awe the natives who did your fiendish bidding against the unfortunate souls you lured here. The natives are coming to kill you, Carlin. They'll throw you down the crater.
But who was I too? All of you. The power of the magnet increases unless it is turned on. It will vibrate the volcano until it crumbles to pieces. You hear me? You will die too.
Miss Hoyt.
Who's that?
It is I, the Shadow.
But I thought, weren't you killed with the rest of them when the volcano crumbled?
Evidently not, Miss Hoyt.
But you were up there with Lord Carlin. I heard you talking to him as I ran for this boat.
You heard my voice, but I was only a little way behind you.
But how?
By the simple trick of ventriloquism, Miss Hoyt. Carlin thought I was standing next to him in the shadows when his own invention destroyed him and those unfortunate natives.
Then that's the end of my father's invention, Shadow?
Yes, Miss Hoyt. With your father and Carlin gone, we must wait until another mind can conceive it again. Until then, the secret must remain entombed in the volcano of the White God.
You have been listening to a dramatized version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The shadow knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shadow's latest adventure will be on the air in just a moment. Don't miss any of it because it's a thriller from the word go. And if you drive a car, don't miss this. It's the biggest news of the year for motorists. It's the inside story of the safest thing on wheels, the new Goodrich Safety Silvertown tire. This remarkable tire brings you something entirely new in tire safety, the Lifesaver Tread. Developed after 2 years of exhaustive research, after grueling tests of tread designs by the hundred, this amazing Lifesaver Tread stops you quicker and safer on wet, slippery roads than you've ever stopped before. Its never-ending spiral bars, like a battery of windshield wipers, sweep water from under the tire, force it out through special deep drainage grooves, make a dry track for the rubber to grip. Thus it protects you against skids in all directions, overcomes the hazard zone of motoring. Take my word for it, you'll never know what the word stop really means until you've felt the grip of the Silvertown Lifesaver Tread on a wet, treacherous road. And that's not all. Silvertowns are the only tires in the world that give you golden ply blowout protection. And think of it, you get both of these priceless safety features, skid protection and blowout protection, at no extra cost. Tomorrow isn't a bit too soon to start riding on Goodrich, spelled Goodrich. Goodrich, Safety Silvertown. The Shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard. As haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost. As inevitable as a guilty conscience. The Shadow's true identity is known only to his constant friend and aide, Margot Lane. Today's story, aboard the steamship Amazon.
Randy! Randolph's on.
Oh, come on over, Randy.
Join the party.
Hey, children. What's the celebration for?
Jane's been lucky. She's in the money. She gets right on the ship's run for the day.
Yeah, come on and join us. Can't let Jane take all that cash she wanted to Rick O'Wellum when we dock tomorrow.
Don't mind me. I just supply the money. What'll it be, Randy?
Oh, nothing now, thanks. I'm looking for my stepmother. Anybody seen her?
Oh, sure. She's over there with Dr. DeVista. Oh, yes. See you later. Oh, say, we're going for a swim in the dress pool. Want to come along?
Not this afternoon, thanks.
Oh, I don't think you'll like her.
Hello, Mother. Afternoon, DeVista.
Sit down, Randolph.
Oh, thank you, Mother. Well, tomorrow we'll be in Rickaguana. From there on, it's going to be one great big party.
Lower your voice, my son.
Oh, no one can hear us in this corner. Time for the hush-hush is almost over.
Well, it will be shortly.
Well, I hope your little revolution is half as much fun as smuggling those munitions out of the United States has been.
It will be more exciting, I assure you.
When the revolution is successful, you will be a hero, Tom. My countrymen will never forget what you have done for us.
Oh, just as long as it's fun, I don't mind putting up the money.
But you will make a fortune also. The people of my blood will show their gratitude in practical ways.
You know, the more I think of it, the funnier it gets. The luxurious steamer Amazon on a pleasure cruise, with enough ammunition and guns down in its hold to overthrow 3 governments.
Be careful, Tom.
Oh, don't worry. Nobody knows about those boxes marked electric refrigerators.
No one but us and Tang Sui.
Yes. Your Japanese valet is more practical than you thought. He is interested in the money he is going to make.
Sure. Well, Mother, tomorrow should be a great day for you.
Yes. To rule the land I was driven out of, an exile.
Yes, Marie. The general has promised you great power.
Master. What is it now, Thankfully?
Message come to stateroom. I bring a message.
It is a radiogram. Let's have it, Thankfully.
Here, Master.
Oh, that's all, Thankfully. Oh, blazes, it's been cold.
Then it's from
headquarters, yes. From the general.
Oh, it may be important. We'd better decode it right away, Master.
Sure.
No, not here, Tom.
Oh, hardly. I'm not a complete fool, Doctor. Anyway, there's code books in my cabin. I'll meet you at dinner.
Your stepson. The Steamship is all alive. He does not count the danger.
Randall, he is a fool.
But he will not be quite so gay if an accident happens. If he is stood against the wall and shouts.
That would be unfortunate after the victim.
Yes, for him. But if he were... you would come into all his money. Have you forgotten that?
No, my friend. I have not forgotten that.
Nice swim, Margot?
Fine, Mark.
Join me to walk on deck.
I'd love to.
I don't see young Todd doing his famous jackknife in Sedgertown.
Now, Lamont, Randy's a nice boy. I've known him for years. A little too much money, but that's all.
And he travels around with a strange crew. His stepmother looks rather formidable.
Stop making deductions. You're on vacation.
See the devil. Hello, Todd.
Oh, hello.
Randy, what's the matter with him?
Oh, he's very polite, wasn't he?
I never saw him act like that before. He was like a man in a day.
You look worried. You had bad news.
Bad news?
Yeah, since you noticed, he had a radiogram in his hand, straight in his pocket. There's no coming.
He certainly shot out of his stateroom in a hurry.
Yes, and he wasn't really going anyplace. He stopped and standing there by the rail.
All by himself. That isn't like Randy either.
Margot, perhaps he needs help. Why not talk to him?
He wouldn't talk in front of you, Lamont.
All right, you go alone. How's that?
And if he does need help?
Maybe we can supply it. You wait, huh?
All right, I'll go over and talk to him. Nice day, isn't it, Randy?
Huh? Hello, Margot.
Randy, what's the matter with you?
Well, I'm in kind of a jam, Margot, but don't you worry.
What sort of a jam?
Well, it's the worst darn mess
Suppose you tell me the whole story.
I can't do that.
Of course you can.
No. I'm an awful coward, Margot.
Coward? Nonsense. What is there to be afraid of?
Oh, it's nothing.
Randy, I believe you are frightened. Are you in danger?
Margot, what would you do? No, I can't tell anyone.
Tell them what?
Oh, please, leave me alone, Margot.
Randy.
Stop pestering me, will you? I can't stand it.
Randy, come back here. Randy. Shadow.
Yes, Margot.
You heard everything?
Yes, I was here beside you. Randolph Todd must have some cause for his fear. I think I must talk to that young man. Talk to him soon. And the shadow.
Dr. DeVita, have you seen Randolph?
No, Maria.
I thought surely he'd be here dancing.
No, he did not even come to dinner. Aunt Sui is looking for him.
DeVita, there is something wrong. Let's go to the boys' club. Come.
Here is Aunt Sui now.
Aunt Sui, my stepson.
My master has gone back to his stateroom.
Good.
Yes, wait. He walks up and down, up and down.
We must see about this. Please come, both of you.
That radiogram, Maria. Perhaps that is what upset him.
Here is the cabin. Open the door.
Well? Oh, it's you.
Yes, Charles. It is so.
Shut the door, Tansei.
Yes,
Well?
We thought you were coming to the dance.
No, I changed my mind.
Something further, Master, maybe.
No, I'm all right.
Randolph, stop handling that old dagger and look at me.
I'm interested in this knife.
An ancient Indian knife, we know all that.
Randolph, we want to know why you are acting like this.
What did the general say in his radiogram?
The radiogram?
Yes. What was the message?
Oh, there's nothing important. Just good wishes.
Really? May I see the message?
No, I tore it up and threw it overboard.
You destroyed it?
Yes, it wasn't important.
That message was from the general. We had a right to see it.
I'm sorry. I just didn't think.
Randolph.
What difference does it make? What are you all staring at me for?
Me think Master lie. So is right, Randolph. You're lying.
I said I threw the message overboard.
You're a poor liar, Randolph. Give me that paper.
I tell you, I...
Grab him.
Oh, no, look out, he stabbed the knife.
Hold him, Humphrey.
Don't say hold Master, drop a knife. Twist his arm, Tansu. I twist his... Stop, drop a knife. Stop!
Drop the knife, you fool. Tansui's jujitsu will tear your arm off. Good. Go through his pockets, Jerika, and pick up the knife.
Hold him, Tansu. No worry, Tansu, Hundred. This won't catch anywhere.
Find the radio message, Doctor, and the code book.
Here it is. In the book. And it's decoded copy.
Read it.
Entire plan discovered by government. Blow up ammunition to prevent capture.
Master, lie.
Well, what if I did? Can't take that message seriously.
It is an order.
It's insane. Think of all the people on this boat. I won't do a thing like that. If you set off the ammunition, they'd all be killed.
What is that to us? Fool.
We followed each other. This isn't what I joined. This is mass murder. Innocent people. I didn't mind fighting in your penny-ante war, but this...
You are a traitor to your people.
Your people, Secretary, not mine. The passengers on this boat are my people. I won't let you slaughter them. I'll show up the whole scheme.
You dare?
So watch me. Either you call the whole thing off, or I go to the captain.
No, Master.
You can't hold me forever.
Oh, you would betray. Rika Guama, this is the fate of traitors. Mother, put down that very knife. It is for the traitors.
Maria! You threw the knife.
Second fall, Humphrey.
Yes, sir. Oh, well. He's dead. What? Maria, this is murder.
Do not be a fool, Davista. It had to silence him.
You cannot hide a murder.
It is not murder. The knife is Randall's. His grip alone is on the handle. I threw it by the blade. My poor, distracted stepson killed himself.
Suicide?
Mistress is very wise. Yes. We shall say when they ask questions that we three left him alone and went to dinner. Later, in the dark, we shall carry out the general's command.
Explode,
Yes, my dear Buster. Blow up the ship.
Oh, hello, Margot. Hello, Mr. Cranston. This is Randy's cabin. He promised to throw a party at his last night on board, and he's walked out on us.
Doesn't answer?
No, and I'll bet he's found asleep in there. Randy, you lover, let us in.
I don't hear anyone inside. Oh, Stuart, come here a moment. Yes, sir? Yes, sir. You know Mr. Todd in his cabin? He was for the last I knew. His medic said Todd didn't wish to be disturbed.
There, what did I tell you? I'm going to keep on knocking until he pays some attention. Oh, just a minute, then. Mr. Cranston has an idea.
Stuart, will pass key? Let's open the door first. Well, no, sir, I don't know that. Of course you will. Mr. Todd's playing a joke on the young lady. We mustn't let him. No one will know. You let us in. Oh, thank you, sir. Horse to the corner and fun, sir.
Oh, it's dark. Randy, where are you?
The light switches by the door, sir. Oh, yes. Here we are.
Lamont, he isn't here.
Oh, yes, he is, sir. Look, he's lying on the floor.
Yes, come on, Randy, wake up. Lamont, that knife in his breast.
Yeah. Is he? Randy Todd is dead.
Oh, my poor Randolph.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Todd.
Oh.
The stepson appears to have committed suicide. You're sure, Captain McKee? Yes, I'm sure, Mr. Cranston. There should be some reason for suicide, Captain.
I am afraid our young friend was bored with life. He was ill and depressed when we left him before dinner.
Exactly, Dr. Livingston. I had the ship's doctor check the fingerprints on that knife. They all belong to the dead man. No one else has touched it.
If only he'd come to me.
You must not reproach yourself, Madam.
Captain. Yes, Mr. Cranston? I met young Carl this afternoon. He seems worried about something.
Yes, I, too, noticed that he was troubled.
The question is, Dr. Lewis, what was he worried about?
Who knows? He was a moody youth.
Yes, poor boy will never know his reason.
Captain, Todd had a radiogram this afternoon. Missing now.
Randolph received many messages, Captain McKee, concerning the estate.
Did he show you this one, Mrs. Todd?
I never interfered with his affairs.
We're wasting time, Cranston.
I think not, Captain. This message may have been important. Did you see it?
Don't know nothing.
I'll ask the question, Cranston.
Very well.
You might ask Mr. Cranston how he knows the radiogram is missing.
Yes. How about that, Cranston?
Todd was wearing the same suit when I found him, so I looked through it.
You mean you searched the body?
Yes. Stuart was here as a witness.
Well, I must say you've got your nerve, Cranston.
Perhaps with suicide with a knife isn't very common, Captain.
Now, look here, Cranston. It's bad enough to have a suicide on board without you trying to twist it into something worse.
No one saw young Todd after his three traveling companions left him.
I respect that.
Captain McKee, this is outrageous.
Must we be badgered by this young man? I can't stand his manners.
I still say...
That's enough from you, Cranston.
I'm merely tired.
I've had more than enough of your impudence. Adams, take this Mr. Cranston to his stateroom and lock him up.
Lock me up?
Yes, I am holding you as a material witness.
That's ridiculous.
And Adams. Yes, sir. Put a man on the deck outside Cranston's cabin window. He's to stay in his room. Yes, sir.
Coming. I'll see you again, Captain. Very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the Shadow's hair-raising story to reach a thrilling climax, let me say something about a new kind of rainy-day driving safety that may save your life. Because who knows...
The Shadow knows. When there's wet, slippery film on the highways, there's always the grim uncertainty that your car may start sliding, swerving, spinning off the road. Why gamble with fate?
Yes, motorists, and why gamble on tires when the new Goodrich Silvertown, with its lifesaver tread, offers you such marvelous skid protection? And marvelous is the word for it, because exhaustive road tests of the regular and premium price tires of America's 6 largest tire manufacturers prove that the new Goodrich Silvertown gave greater skid protection than any of the other tires tested. And don't forget, motorists, those grueling road tests weren't made by Goodrich. They were conducted by absolutely impartial engineers from America's largest independent testing laboratory, the Pittsburgh Testing Laboratory. What's more, some of the tires the new Silvertown was tested against have list prices as much as 40 to 70% more. When you consider that, then the fact that this new Goodrich Silvertown gave greater skid resistance than any tire tested is even more remarkable. Remember, when you buy Silvertown, you get Lifesaver Tread skid protection plus Golden Fly blowout protection. 2 exclusive Goodrich features at no extra cost.
Here. Just go in that bag, Stewart.
Right you are.
Think that is all.
Smart idea, Mr. Sanctuary, packing ahead of time. Most people leave it to the last minute.
Board docks tomorrow.
Right you are, early in the morning. That is terrible, your boss was to start killing himself.
Most tragic. Sanctuary, very fond of, young master.
Yes, very tough thing. I'll answer. That's funny.
Funny? What is?
Nobody at the door.
No one?
Passage is empty.
Never mind, Steward. You can go.
Right you are.
Shut door, please. Steward, I said go. Who laughed?
I did, Tang Sui.
You? Where are you? I cannot see you.
I am here beside you, Tang Sui.
Only voice?
Yes, Tang Sui. The Shadow is a voice. Asking for the truth. The truth about Randolph Todd's death.
Tang Sui know nothing.
Tang Sui lies. The Shadow knows. Where is the radiogram your young master got this afternoon?
I not know.
You're a wicked servant, Tang Sui. Where is the radiogram?
I did nothing.
Where is it?
Here in pocket.
Put it on the table.
Yes, Shadow.
Why was it taken? What does it say?
I give it to you. Now, go away, please.
No, Tang Sui, not until I know the truth. Was Randolph Todd murdered?
Go away, please, go away, Tang Sui. Nothing.
Tang Sui, get away from that door.
No, leave me alone. I run. Nonsense, Tang Sui.
Such a wild story.
No, true. Tang Sui talk with Shadow. No, ma'am, just Shadow. I don't believe it. It's true, Mr. Shadow take radiogram from Tang Sui.
The radiogram? You gave it to him?
You cow. Cannot fight Shadow, cannot see.
Fool. There is the answer to not seeing him. He hid in the fog.
No fog in Tang Sui cabin.
Well, we won't mind the fog a little later tonight. Doctor, you'd better shut the window. Look at the way the curtains are blowing in.
That's funny. There has not been a breath of air all night.
But the curtains were blowing just for a moment.
This man with the Shadow, he may prove an obstacle.
How? He cannot know our plans or what is in the hold of the ship. Now listen, we are only about 10 miles off the Ricaguana coast.
Section friendly to the revolution.
Yes. In the fog, we can easily lower a boat and slip away. But this is a shadow. You and your ghost. Oh, it sounds great. He cannot do anything. He has radio message.
Only the copy in code. I destroyed the decoded copy. How can you read the message without the code book?
And you have the code book saved, Vista?
Of course, I have it on me.
Look in your pocket, Vista.
Huh?
What's that? Who spoke? Shadow. He's here.
Yes, my friend. The shadow is here.
Maria, the code book. It is not in my pocket.
I took it
gone.
From you, Vista. I took it. Now I can read the message that caused one of you to murder Randolph Todd.
Maria, if he reads that message...
Sir, he must decode it. By that time, he will be too late. Come, we act at once.
Half speed ahead. Half speed it is, Captain. Very good, Miss Pearson. Keep her on the course and keep sounding that whistle. Yes, sir. Nothing like that. Blasted fog. Watch it doesn't get any closer to shore. There are shoals in there. Aye, sir.
Captain McTeague.
What was that?
I am here, Captain McTeague. Behind you.
Where? Get off the bridge. There are no passengers allowed up here.
Your ship is in danger, Captain.
Listen, whoever you are, get off the bridge. There's no danger. I've brought the Amazon through many a fog.
The danger isn't the fog, Captain. It's below decks.
Below? Say, come out here in the light so I can get a good look at you.
You cannot see me, Captain, but you must believe me. There are explosives in the hold.
You must be crazy.
There are munitions. Disguised. They're bound for revolutionaries in Ricaguana. The plan to blow them up.
Say, who are you?
They call me the Shadow, Captain. Believe me, you must go below before it is too late. Randolph Todd knew about the munitions, too. That's why he was murdered.
Murdered?
You don't believe that, Captain, at least go down into the hold. Go now. You will learn.
Mr. Pearson.
Yes, sir.
Take over. I'm going below. I want 2 men. Armed.
Get the top off that box.
Yes, Maria. Tansui, hand me that hatchet.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This one has the fuse.
Quickly, start tying up to the powder. If one box blows up, they'll all go.
Yes, and the ship with them.
What is it? Someone come.
What? Tansui, quick, switch out the light.
Yes, sir. Good. Up, Tangsui. Stay by the switch box. Don't turn them on till I give the word. Yes, listen.
Quiet.
Black as pitch in here. Got your flag speeders? Yes, Captain. Find the light switch. To ask me, this is the crazy...
Now, Tangsui.
Hey, who turned on those lights?
Do not move, Captain.
Got a gun, sir. So I see.
So's the woman.
And I am a good shot, sailor. Keep your hand up.
Mr. Todd and Mrs. Todd and Dr. DeVista. Hey, what are you doing down here?
Good evening, Captain.
And young Todd's valet, too. Put down those guns. What the devil do you mean by it?
Do not command now, Captain.
That's mutiny.
Throw your guns on the floor, gentlemen.
I'll be...
You'll be dead if you don't. So, then...
What do you say, Captain? Go ahead, boys. Not much we can do now. There's my gun.
The others, please, quickly. Line up facing the wall, gentlemen. Keep those hands up, Captain.
You don't expect to get away with this.
But we do. We will. There will be a certain loud noise, and you... But never mind. Tangsui. Yes, listen. You will shoot the first man who turns around. Yes. Come back to the vista. You must hurry. Bring the hatchet with you.
Yes, I am coming.
You. What's your name? Tangsui. What does he mean by a loud noise? Are there explosives in this hole?
Captain, no talk.
If anything happens to this
One more word and Captain die.
I think not, Tangsui.
Shadow! Let go! My arm!
Drop the gun, Tangsui.
The man who called himself a Shadow's got him.
Softly, Captain. Get the others.
I got his gun, sir.
Oh, let me go, Shadow. Let me go.
Wait, Captain. Rush the others. They're laying a fuse.
Fuse? Grab your guns, men. Come on.
Let go, Shadow. Tangsui, do nothing.
No, you don't like your jiu-jitsu when it's practiced on you. Hold the others.
Grab your hand. Grab your man. Hold it in. Easy, lady. We got you.
Oh, Shadow, this is your doing.
No, Mrs. Todd, yours. The Shadow merely helps the cause of justice.
Hey, these are munitions, all right. Look at that. Powder. High explosive shells. Enough to blow the ship right out of the water.
That was their idea, Captain.
Well, I hope you three are satisfied. Smuggling, piracy, assault with a deadly weapon, sabotage. You'll spend the rest of your lives behind bars.
Oh, Captain, not all three. Kang Sui will die for the murder of his master, Randolph Tar.
Oh, no, I did not.
You will hang Kang Sui.
I tell you the truth, Shadow.
Don't you fool.
Be quiet.
The truth, Kang Sui.
Mrs. Todd, one time, Soccer's lady, she throw a knife by blade. Right, look out!
You got a hatchet, sir. We had to shoot them.
The hatchet just missed Kang Sui.
Oh, she bad. She murder master.
The woman is dead. Marty.
So, Captain, Mrs. Todd paid for her crime. She killed the stepson. She planned to destroy all the people on the ship. Instead, it was she who perished.
Peters and Johnson. Take Dr. Vista and Don Shoei to the brig. Come on. Shadow, I'd like to thank you. Who are you, anyway?
Just the Shadow, Captain McTeague. I work in the shadows. Against crime.
You saved my ship. I feel the line should thank you publicly.
My power would be lost if I were known, Captain.
Well, the young man upstairs I owe an apology to. Lad named Cranston.
Really? Why?
Well, he sort of figured young Todd was murdered.
Mr. Cranston must be very wise. Now, Captain, I must go back into the shadows.
You have been listening to a dramatized version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
Thank you for listening to and showing your support for my podcast. If you would like to receive notifications of when new episodes are posted, please subscribe to my channel. Subscriptions are 100% free, and they really help me get an idea of how I'm doing.